world, you can expect three things. Booths filled with things you do not have the money to buy, too many people who do not know how to use deodorant, and cosplayers. You may not know the word cosplay, but you definitely know what I'm talking about. Let Laura throw a little math at you. Costume plus play equals cosplay. These are the people wearing costumes that most of them built themselves or their absolute favorite character walking around the convention grounds. You've got video games, you've got movies, you've got anime. These have been a staple of convention culture in the US as long as people have been shipping Spock and Captain Kirk. But in India, fan conventions are brand new.
My first cosplay was actually a really failed Lara Croft cosplay. That was at the Comic-Con Express in Hyderabad. That was again in 2013.
That's when actually the Comic-Con had come to Hyderabad. It was the year where cosplay culture came into Hyderabad.
First few cons, it was kind of difficult for the cosplayers because we didn't really know where to get the material, where to get the costumes, so we were just making them on our own. Then people started making stuff for others too. Slowly it began to become something really, really big.
In just 3 years, the cosplay community in Hyderabad has moved from non-existent to a legitimate practice that people put some serious time and effort into.
It took me around a week to make this. This is made up of a plastic pipe, PVC pipe.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of sanitary fixtures going, and then I put all of them together, glued them, and then spray painted all of it.
It actually took me 4 weeks to prepare this costume. Actually, most of it is made out of cardboard and paper.
It took about 6 months. The armbands alone took about a month. It's made out of foam board. This has PVC and it's like a foam board over here. And this is a knitting holder. And yeah, it's just foam boards everywhere else.
And con goers recognize this. I mean, this is a legitimate selling point for the convention. People come out just to take photos with these people who look like the characters they love.
Mostly depends on the cosplays I'm making. The more outlandish it looks, the more number of people want to take pictures.
Now I know what you're thinking. Ooh, India. Okay, her parents probably think that she's some kind of weird, crazy person. Oh, she's probably seen as an outcast, that this is taboo.
My mom and dad helped me to put together. My mom helped me sew and my dad helped me with like hardware and like wood cutting. So yeah, they're like really happy, but at the same time, they like sometimes tell me, you shouldn't be doing this, but yeah. I mean, they're proud and not proud at the same time.
It turns out that parents thinking their kids' hobbies is weird, but also kind of supporting them. Turns out that's a universal thing, but I digress. The biggest, most important part of any convention for a cosplayer is the costume contest. This is the moment. They've worked all year for this, and now finally they get their moment to get up in front of everybody in the convention and show off their stuff. And sure, while there are prizes and glory to be grasped, why do most people do it?
It's fun. Cosplaying is always fun.
We actually get to be whatever superhero or person we want to, and I think that's fun because we can be whatever we want to only at the Comic-Con and not anywhere else.
You put in a lot of efforts into your costumes, and then when you go on stage, you feel like, oh my god, the purpose that I put this costume together for is right here. So yeah, that's amazing. And you have all your close friends with you, so it's an amazing feeling. I would say some of my closest friends are from the cosplay circle in India, and we're like a pretty tight-knit circle, so it feels amazing.
There are so many people who like the same stuff as I do, and not just like, they know way too much about it. It was exciting and kind of scary also.
That's Mahima. I talked to her and Sunil at the Hyderabad Cosplayers Club that happened after the convention. Because there is always one big question that's in my mind when talking about cosplay communities. What do you do in between conventions? I mean, yeah, each individual person can be working on their costume for next year, but when your community kind of centers around this one big event that only happens once a year, and it's kind of the only place you can do your thing, like what do you do the other 364 days of the year?
It's like the Comic-Con is over, right? We are planning for Halloween and Christmas event.
Right.
We are trying to conduct some of the other events for cosplayers where they're not bored and not bored exactly. They want to do something, right? They want to build something. Right. So we want to provide a platform where they can come up and show up their cosplay. The first thing about the cosplayers I want to say like, see, people wanted to cosplay, but they had this feeling saying like okay, if I cosplay, what will happen? What will my friends think? What will my office wala friends think? Like, okay, so they need to come out of the light and like, dude, I can do this and I'll be doing this. So that's where we need to provide a platform for the cosplayers, and then they should not be like feeling like shy or something, and they need to cosplay stuff.
People don't want to feel weird. People want to feel part of the community. People want to be able to not have to say, I'm not the only one who feels this way, right? Because at the end of the day, like everything else, the object that people center around isn't really what's important. It's the fact that they're all centering around it. And from what I've seen, India is still figuring out what that community is. The thing you have to remember with all of these India videos is that we're working on a very, very small time frame here. I mean, the oldest convention in India is 5 years old. Almost everybody I've talked to in this community is under 30. Unlike Japan or the US, this geek culture is just starting out. People are still figuring out the logistics of how a community works. How do we connect with others? Once we do connect, what do we do? They're just getting started. I mean, yeah, today it's small, but tomorrow, with 1.25 billion people to choose from, who knows?